Hey everybody, Coach Ed here. I'm over here in the shop at Bella Italia, Marble Granite and Quartz, picking up my order for a nice little bathroom I'm doing. I've been a contractor almost as long as I'm a hockey coach. So listen to me when I tell you, when you want the quality work and craftsmanship, come and see the boys over at Bella. They serve all 5 boroughs, Westchester, Long Island, all the way out to Montauk. Whether you're a Ranger fan, Islander fan, Devils fan, they're going to take care of you no matter what. Make sure you give them a call, 516-561-1018. Let's go, Rangers. All right, boys, bring it in. Go ahead and laugh.
I'm sorry. It's so good. It's just so well done. I can't wait to see the other commercials too. They're all going to be Coach Ed oriented. I've decided. Anyway, Coach, tell us about puck watching and what you've been seeing in these games.
Well, we're going to go over the six goals again from Edmonton.
All 6?
I'm going to go over all 6.
All right, you got go for it.
On the first one, I got to try to do this handheld. What happens is the Rangers are going this round offense. Brett makes a turn. He falls. That leads to a nice 3-on-2 break by Edmonton. Trocheck's hard on the back check. You have Schneids. I forget who the other defenseman was. The other D did pick up the wing on the right, on the left. Trocheck pointed to Schneider that he had the guy on this side.
Can you bring that more into the screen, Coach?
I'm sorry. Schneider backed up into the high crease area, left this guy open for the one-timer, and kind of a screen on Igor, I would say. He didn't get a definite view on it. So, again, Trocheck gets a minus on that. Is that his fault?
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, okay.
What do you think that is? Just a miscommunication with Schneider? Or?
You know how I love Schneider, but he's had a rough 2 games, in my opinion. So that was the first goal.
So what, you want Schneider to step up there when Trocheck points that he's got the guy on the side? Why doesn't Trocheck just take the guy in the middle?
Because then Schneider's got to come. He was he was back checking down here more. He was back checking on this side because this guy had the puck originally. And I think he gave it up and it came back to him in the high slot. When you go on a 3-on-2, when there's a back checker coming back, the whole objective on offense is to create a mini 2-on-1. Yep. Obviously, it's an odd man rush either way. So these 2 Edmonton guys did a good job of figuring that out. You know, the D came up to this guy and he just dropped it into the high slot. This forward coming down the middle also slowed up. So Schneider had to make that jump up, but he didn't read it properly. And, you know, look, that's a fast team and it's a quick game and you got to be ready for it.
Well, that's something like Laviolette said. He said, we knew that the Oilers team was good off the rush and they talked about trying to stay above them, right? And that's kind of similar to what you're saying about Panarin before. Instead of trying to make that turn, obviously 9 times out of 10, he doesn't fall, doesn't catch an edge on that play. We just got to get that puck deep or get that puck on net against an Oilers team who's good off. Against an Oilers team who's good off the rush, and if the coaching staff is drilling it into their minds to stay above them, you got to get that puck deep or get it on net or find that guy breaking to the net. There's no reason for him to do that Gretzky curl in that situation.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's more on Panarin than anyone. Okay, so a little bit. I think that's just chalked up to a little miscommunication there, based on what you said, Coach. I think.
Yeah, I mean, again, but that's defensive zone. That's team defense. You know what I'm saying? So, that's where
Schneider should have stepped. Yeah, Schneider should have stepped up on that. It was a similar play as last week, where you gotta, as a defenseman, if you're gonna step up and try and block that shot, you either got to block it or kind of get out of the way. He goes to block it and then he screens Igor inadvertently.
Well, if he didn't hear Trocheck or didn't read that Trocheck was taking the guy on the wall, you know, he's not necessarily out of position in that situation, but he's got to have the awareness to see and hear Trocheck. I mean, but I think it's more Panarin. Go ahead, Coach. Goal 2.
Yeah, I mean 100%. So on the shorthanded goal, the second goal, now Edmonton's buzzing, and you have a power play. First
Move
of all,
the
they're
board
very
over.
lazy. I know I'm not drawing it yet. They're very lazy on the power play. As far as after
Puck
Edmonton
retrievals?
ices the puck, like Fox takes this little casual stroll. He's got a guy bearing down on him. He actually beats Fox to the puck, takes it around. Fox goes this way. The guy comes around. And then this is where Zibanejad kind of makes a bad mistake. Not just him, but you had Fox here on the puck. You had Zibby coming back. I think Panarin came down the wall. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. I don't know. Laffy was probably waiting down here, or whoever it was. I didn't see the fifth guy. But we had 4 guys on this side of the ice. There was another forward here. And Nurse just came down here, and whoever that was just shot it across, and he had the shot. That's just unacceptable. That's just taken for granted Fox is going to make a play, and it's just not – that's not acceptable.
Yeah,
So,
and Laviolette said he said they had to be better on the puck retrievals, and they had to be better on their entries and their breakouts. And that
was just 4 guys puck watching.
Yeah.
Third goal. The third goal is something I read when I actually read like 2 chapters of Scotty Bowman's book. I didn't finish it. But obviously we've been talking about Cooley. Love Cooley. Love the way he's playing. He comes down the wing. The shot from was about here. For some reason, Keandre decides to go all the way down here. I don't know why. So
you got to move in the screen, Coach.
I'm sorry.
If you could tilt your screen down a little bit, it might be better. There you go.
The Rangers had 4 deep. Cooley, instead of trying to hold on to the puck and bring it around, takes a hard slap shot. Short side, goes all the way around and out of the zone. And who picks it up? I think it was McDavid and the boys. And Keandre's caught deep. It turns into a 3-on-1. I think that was McDavid's first assist. I forget who scored it. But again, puck management. You're playing against a team like that. He's not going to
really score. McDavid, Coach. 2-on-1 with Trouba back.
Yeah, he's not going to score on that slap shot.
Miller's on that play.
Miller was down here pinching.
Miller's late coming back.
Yeah,
he almost got back, but he was too far in.
Message to your defensemen or the defensemen out there: when you're on the ice with a player like Connor McDavid or his line, you don't join the rush, no matter how good it looks.
Message to Will Cooley, as good as he's been: when McDavid's on the ice, don't take a slap shot high and wide.
Hit the net. I mean, that's my biggest pet peeve too. If you're gonna shoot the puck, you got to hit the net on that situation.
Hit the net, let the goalie save it, take a whistle, face off in the offensive zone, line change. Maybe McDavid goes off. The whole game is a different dynamic. That's puck management, clock management, just awareness of what's going on. If I'm out there against McDavid, I want the goalie to freeze that puck and take a whistle. I don't want him building up any momentum skating around.
And he reads that play too. A player like McDavid sees that puck going wide, and he's able to read that play right away.
Chris harping on Laugh on that play, but to me, it looked like I've been watching him while you speak, Coach. To me, it looked like Laugh was at like the end of a shift. He gave it everything he had coming back, but he couldn't keep up with McDavid and Draisaitl. He at least was back checking, so I'll give him that. But he looked tired. If that was full speed, then yeah, I'm with you. But
CW, I want it to look blue like in the Miracle on Ice game. Remember the ice was blue tinted?
Yeah, that's funny. Get Coach a towel, he says. Oh, I like this comment too. Cooley was smart. He jumped off the ice and Mika got the minus.
Yeah, there you go.
I love that. That's funny. All right, goal 4.
Goal 4. It was just a brutal play in front of the net. I think Lindgren was here. You had 2D. You had a forward like joining Lindgren with the guy with the puck, and Bouchard just came down the high slot. There was no forward in the high slot. There was a forward here, the center. I don't even remember where everybody was, but this area was unprotected, which is one of the biggest no-no.
I'm looking at the play, Coach, and pretty much the whole defensive zone is being shown on this goal. And you see Trouba, Lindgren, like you said, Trocheck is back. Trocheck goes to the puck carrier Janmark. I don't see a winger in the screen. I don't see Panarin or Lafreniere even on the screen, and there's 4 Oilers on the screen. So
nowhere to be found. This is what I'm saying.
And then after he gets it, still nobody on the screen. Bouchard scores, and then you see Panarin gliding into the screen. So he was somewhere on the ice. I just don't know where he was.
Yeah. Not, they were just lost. That's what I said on my notes. They were lost somewhere. And Bouchard just trickles down the high slot and just rips one.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's on Panarin and Laugh. I think you got to – everyone else looked in pretty decent position on that play. But all
right, goal number 5. This is one where Mika gets a minus where I don't think it's deserved.
Little Ed, you're muted, by the way, if you were talking.
I'm unmuted. I was coughing before. I didn't want to.
Because you had Schneid's here. McDavid's back here. Again, you're out against McDavid. Always have to know he's out there. Where is he? Schneid's is watching the puck. Mika had a man. Are you watching the play yet? I think Mika had a man swirling down here. The puck came around up to the point. Instead of Schneid's going, which he usually does very well, which is why I'm surprised. He's always playing well without the puck. Instead of him battling McDavid here, he stays at the top of the crease. This puck gets through to McDavid for a tap-in.
Did he try and block that too?
Not really. He tried to get. He was just watching, and the pass was like over here, and McDavid just freaking tapped it in.
Yeah, Schneider on this shift, he's just puck watching all the way around. He was just puck watching he pretty much stood still in front of the net and just puck watching.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of him, usually, in my opinion. So
that's another minus for Mika.
Yeah, but he had his man. Is my point. He had his man.
Yeah,
the sixth goal. The sixth goal was the one where if you listen to Ken Danico, says you never do this, which I think that sometimes you should. McDavid's coming down on Mancini. I think it was a 2-on-2. And he comes wide, and Mancini lays out and goes this way. McDavid just puts the brakes on, puts the brakes on, cuts to the middle, and then realizes he has all kinds of time and just like out-dekes Quick. Quick was like left with nothing to do.
Yeah, it was a 2-on-1. And Zibanejad got back to cover the other guy. Who was the other D on the ice there?
Well, if it's Mancini,
trying to figure. Schneider. Schneider.
He had a bad game, man. Bad.
He was all the way in the zone. He was almost at the bottom of the circle in the offensive zone.
Again, why are we doing this against a team that has the speed like that?
Yeah, that's not a. That's really on Schneider, I think.
I mean, again, Mancini he's going to learn that against a guy like McDavid, you can't just go down and try to block that pass. He's too good. Yep. You could do that against certain players you're out there with, but not a guy like him.
All right, Coach. Well, I like the in-depth analysis because, just looking at the plays, watching the game, and just seeing Zibanejad out there for all these goals against, I'm losing my mind. But in looking at the plays while you described it, I do see there's some validity to what you're saying. I'll say it. And
I'm not saying he's playing great, but he's not playing as bad as the stats are showing.
Yeah, I mean, look, eventually a coincidence.
Defensive stats.
Yes. A coincidence just becomes not a coincidence anymore when it continuously happens.
Right?